Hey, welcome to Discard. Today I want to talk about something that may fall into the scam territory. This is happening on eBay and specifically has to do with game room display ideas. Let's take a look. So before we get this started, I've definitely left this person's name out of the video, this seller. I don't want them to get any negative feedback or anybody harassing them for this, because this is definitely a borderline scam type situation. This person is helping these companies by purchasing from them in a way, but those people who are purchasing are just paying a lot more money by going through this person. So to get right into it, I was on eBay and I found a seller that was selling many of the same items that I've had on my videos in the past. And I noticed that those prices of those items was very high. The first thing I noticed was that all of the photos in all of these listings were from the original sites. So this person was not taking any original photos of the items, and that led me to believe that they don't actually physically have the items in hand. Another thing that I noticed was that the excerpts they have of the items and describing them are mostly ripped from the original pages and put onto their own listings. And then of course, on top of ripping all of those things, including the photos and the listings themselves, they decided to leave out the descriptor that is the most important, and that's the brand of the company of which they are selling on their listing. And after looking over almost all of their listings, I found that that is a common thing. It's not that they're forgetting to put the names of the companies in their listings and give them credit for the thing that they've made, but they're doing it on purpose so that maybe they can't be found. And then upon further investigation, I found that every listing was from a different city or state, some just saying United States as the location where it was coming from, but mostly they were just putting them all over the place, which confused me, but I found out that they were actually putting the real location of where these items were coming from into that location slot so people would understand where it was being shipped from. So when you put all of these things together, it paints a pretty clear picture. It's not a definite picture. You never know what's actually going on here, but what it paints is that this person is taking orders in via eBay and then placing those orders at these companies and having those companies ship it direct to you from them, which means they take your money, they take half of that money as their finder fee, they take the other half and they put that into the company that actually is selling the items. They give them your address, which may be illegal on its own level, and then they will ship you the item direct from them. So on a few different levels, this can definitely be considered a scam. It can also just be considered somebody just ripping you off or taking advantage of a system. It's very hard to put into words what exactly this thing is. But essentially, they're making you pay double to purchase from companies that will let you purchase from their stores anyway. So to start off with the basics of the price issue, an example of the price issue is the PSP stand that they have listed on eBay. They have the PSP stand there from Rose Colored Gaming. They don't note that it's from Rose Colored Gaming, don't leave any of the branding on there. And essentially from them, it's $17 plus $6.50 shipping, which ends up being $23.50. And that's what you'll end up paying for this. Now, if you go to Rose Colored Gaming's website and you look up the same PSP stand with the same photo and same description, you'll find that it is $6.49 versus the $17.50 that they have it listed as. And the shipping on it is $5.47. So altogether, you end up paying $11.96. Now, keep in mind, shipping rates do differ depending on where you're purchasing from. So these are just my particular rates, and this gives me an example of the difference in cost with these two different things. But in the end, it ends up being $23.50 versus $11.96. And that's a pretty big difference. You're essentially paying 2 times the price for not having the security of actually purchasing it from the official company. Another example of another company that they have listed on their site, they have some of Cinco Play's large cartridge stands on there. And essentially, if you buy from them, you're paying $23.50. And if you buy from Cinco Play, you're paying $15.67. And the list goes on further from just those two companies. They have taken advantage of a whole lot of the same companies that I've had on Discard before, including Say Bobby, Trophy Bit, Unikeep, Rose Colored Gaming, Cinco Play Retro Gaming, and Collectorcraft. And that's still just a small list of the different places that they're taking advantage of. Some of the other ones I couldn't even research because they don't put the information on the page so that you can find the actual company that you're dealing with. And what makes this kind of extra nefarious is that a lot of these are small businesses, and they would get a lot more business if this person understood that they're paying double the price for this product. And that's the joke. These guys are selling products that probably are worth more than what you're paying for them in the first place. These are great products from all of these guys, and you really should just be paying the price that they're asking for it, and spreading the word about their company and the awesome stuff that they do. Now, a quick check into this person's feedback profile shows that there's a bunch of angry people in there, bringing his percentage of happy people down to like 95 or 96%. But that small percentage of people who are upset have questions about the products. Essentially, they complain about the product description not being correct or not coming with the things that are in the photo. And that's what you get when the person does not understand what they're actually selling or the photographs that they're putting up. They can't back up what they're selling. You can't return as easily this item. You can't have claims against this person as easily. It just becomes a big mess of not understanding what you're getting into. You'd be much better off dealing with a company like Rose Colored Gaming, where if you had a problem with their product, you just contact them and they're going to send you another one. They may ask you to return the thing, but you can just deal with them and figure out what the problem is. But if you deal with this particular seller, they're just gonna have no idea what they're selling. And while I think it's very important to talk about this kind of nefarious activity, there's definitely a reason why I haven't showed their name during this video, at least hopefully not. And that reason is this person is purchasing from the companies and these small businesses. And a lot of times these Etsy businesses or these small businesses that dedicated to this weird craft that we're into, this displaying games and things in our game rooms, they just don't get as much business as some of these large ones that are out there. So they are purchasing from them, and they are purchasing in bulk sometimes from them to ship to these other people who happen to have found them via eBay. They're acting as a intermediary between the company and the person, because maybe a company like Rose Colored Gaming or Single Play Retro Gaming doesn't have an existence on eBay. So in that very small way, they are purchasing, they are putting money into those companies. They're just taking a very large chunk of a finder's fee in order to give that business to them. So how do you avoid being caught in this kind of scammy activity? The first thing that you can do is search the product that you are looking to display and then type in discard on YouTube. If you do that, in a lot of cases, I have a ton of videos covering a bunch of different things in all sorts of categories of gaming. If you do that, more than likely you're going to pop up with an old discard video explaining how to display that item. And in a lot of cases with this particular seller, those items are on this person's eBay. In all of my listings that I've had in the past, you can always look in the description to find the actual website of the product and where to buy it. Now, if there doesn't happen to be a discard video for the thing that you're looking for, you can always take the excerpt that the seller is putting underneath and then type that into Google, try searching for those terms, and a lot of times you'll go to the website for the actual product just based on those ripped information that they've put down there. So really it's just going to take a little bit of extra time of researching a product and trying to find it on your own. Make sure that you're paying the correct price for an item and you'll be good to go. So take all of that information as you may. It's just one of those things that happened, and I figured we are the channel that talks about display stands and ways to display your game collection. This person happens to be selling those on eBay, so this is the place that we need to talk about that kind of scam and how to avoid it. So I definitely recommend putting your money into the companies that this person is utilizing to make their own money. And I will take all those companies that I found in there, as many as I possibly can, and put them into the description so you can click on those links and go direct to them and purchase direct from them. That's the best I can do to help anybody out that was looking for those items. And if you ever have any questions about whether something costs too much or too little, or you're looking for something specific, you can always comment here. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on Twitch. I stream over there once a week or so, or the Discord server. There's a link in the description for the Discord server as well. But you can just chime in, ask a question, and I will get back to you as fast as I possibly can. Thank you everybody for watching this video today. I hope you all have a fantastic day today and collect what you love.